Ah, I love Vaults 5. This screen is just, oh man. This is the this is the biggest speed bump for stealth-based characters because you have to pass a stealth check against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. Yeah, it's 24 vault guards. These elven fighters are not always here. They are not part of um, the guaranteed schema, but there are always 24 vault guards right here. Um, so you have to pass immediately at least 24 stealth checks. Um, so good luck with that. As for us, we're gonna cast Discord. We're gonna throw the golden apple at the racers and just watch them go nuts. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, Torment is another excellent choice in this scenario. But oh, look at that. How many did we get? A lot. Sorry, I may be boring to count this out, but I'm having too much fun to not. I am being selfish here. Sorry, dear viewers. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 of them. 18, 19, if you 20 if you include the elf fighters. That's pretty cool. Haste, Invis, Agility, and Might. Yeah. Yeah, I knew that we were going to be doing Torment for the first and only thing this time around, so I didn't feel the need to use any resources, and I kind of wanted to sneak it up on you guys. uh, right. So, let's pull this one Vault Guard up, watch the others slaughter each other. Uh, so satisfying. Cool. Alrighty, so now we might as well make ourselves invisible. Vault Guards can see invisible, sadly, but it doesn't hurt. There's no reason not to, really, aside from the fact that we're using a charge bar wand of invisibility, which at this point we might as well use whenever we feel it's useful, rather than relying on it as a method of escape or anything like that. It's not going to do that much anymore. So here's a fine place to use it. Ooh, interesting. They are no longer. Oh, I guess we did rest while we were up there. And Discord is not as good when you're standing next to them. Hmm. Hmm. I think the correct choice is to stare dance, blink, and then Discord. Whoa, did we land on that Zot trap? Did that actually go off on us? Yeah, it did. It just said that we feel terrible. I don't think it did anything bad to us. That's really good. Um, okay. Yeah, the door lockers, the vault wardens will start showing up, and that's that's when you go from risky territory to just dead. I think we had a really rough time with that with Sharoomf, if I recall. Here, however, we do have this. The fact that the Zot Trap didn't do anything to us is awesome because it means we have a 2-creature choke point here in this corner, which is really cool. Unless they want to step into a Zot Trap, which is awesome for us. Unless it does the Hellfire Blast, which is not awesome for us. Regardless. Sure. Actually, this is probably... Oh, we can't get both of them. Shucks. So yeah, this is still the best course of action. Got lucky with the Vault Guardians. Yeah, the fact that there weren't any down there that time sealing things up is nice. But I think as long as you make sure to immediately travel back up the stairs the second that you see them on screen, they can't seal it off before you escape. I think. That isn't to say that they can't be there when you go down the stairs and therefore immediately seal them as soon as you show up and you don't have the opportunity. That is true. But um, I was banking on the fact that none of them would have, because we didn't see any move on screen when we climbed up. I was banking on the fact that none of them moved on screen on our way back down. Oh yes. As far as getting lucky with the Zot Trap, yeah, we got real lucky. Zot Traps can drain your stats. They can cause rotting, which drains your maximum hit points. Like it permanently cuts off some hit points. I guess you have to burn healing to restore it, which we cannot do. We'd have to burn permanent mana. Okay, Sunmove, we'll see you when we see you. What else can it do? It can blow up in Hellfire. It can torment you. Basically all of the worst things in the game that can happen to you, the Zot Trap does. The fact that it didn't do that to us is really, really good. Okay, now we have some more zombies here, which is nice. Okay, for going down this time, being invisible really didn't do anything for us there. Really did not do all that much. Let's try discording and then climbing back up. Because I really think that they hit each other more than they hit you. Though, yikes. That's a lot of damage. We'll not be doing that again. That was a very dangerous experiment. Alright, so let's mess around with this Wand of Draining. Huh. That was a lot of zombie damage, though. Lost all my mana. Yeah, not as big deal as a fighter, but that would have been pretty rough for us. Ironbrand Convoker. Oh, comes up the stairs. Interesting. That seems uncommon to me. Ooh, yeah, that's possible. Random Mummimmune effect. That is definitely possible. I do feel like the "you feel terrible for a moment" message is like it's a cantrip message. It's many spellcasty things, and maybe Zot Traps as well, have a small % chance of just doing something that does nothing, like doing something useless. Um, it's a way to more easily scale back the power of something without changing the frequency at which they cast other spells. Or it is a way to change the frequency at which they cast other spells without increasing the rate at which anything. Okay, so going down this next time, I think the reason why Discord isn't doing quite as much as I wanted it to here is because you have to remain on the level for things to keep fighting each other profitably. I could be wrong there, but I didn't see any messages that said I felt like I gained experience. And that was a lot of damage real quick. I think spending a whole turn doing that was not wise. I think just Stair Dancing is the correct choice. I do like Discord once we pull him back upstairs, though. I think that kind of gives us a nice little, I don't know, it's a cool effect. Man, you guys are smart, not standing in a line. Jeez. Jeez, spoiling my plans. Ooh, I wonder. Oh, Interesting. They do get slowed afterwards. Possible. Possible. Contamination. Maybe so. Tukima's dance. I like it. Come on. Single slime creature, not scary. Many slime creatures, very scary. More critters, eh? Ooh. Tukima's dance time. Dance, Soterius Johnson, dance. That's an obscure reference. Let's just take all their weapons for our own and discard it. Oh, we don't have enough mana. Never mind. It's their mass version of dance. I don't know if this is a different spell or if it's the way Tukima's dance used to work, but there's something where like you start singing a song and just everything around you animates. No, that's animating your own weapon. Never mind. Mass dance. I don't know that there is. Off the top of my head. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Because that sounds like fun. A little while ago I would have said that that doesn't exist because it sounds too useful for hexes. I have not always been the biggest fan of hexes. There was a long time where they were just bad. I think what happened was there was they might have nerfed them because Ensorcelled Hibernation was just making the game really easy. Like you would just go Spriggan Enchanter and you just Ensorcelled Hibernation everything in the dungeon and nothing would ever notice you and you could just run down and grab the orb and run out. Many speed runs done on that set of patches, that era. So I think they nerfed hexes so that you couldn't, just put the big bads to sleep and stab them, or just like leave. And I think they toned them down, but that really hampered the rest of the hexes. Maybe they've always been useful, and I've just been prejudiced. Just replace the water filter in the big water jug. Tastes great. Okay. I mean, there's really not a ton else that we can do. A few things might be useful. Like I guess we could put on this helmet. That's actually probably not the best idea, or not the worst idea, I mean. The incremental advantage that 3 additional intelligence and 1 additional armor class would give us is probably worth the drop in Ashen's Piety. Ooh, plus we could retrain things. Yeah, let's go back to our stash. And I shall duel you with our crossbows. Very boring duel. Man. Yeah, losing that Ashen's Piety. Sorry, just got things to do. Okay. So first things first, let us grab a scroll of Curse Armor and read a scroll of Remove Curse. We finally have enough of a stockpile that we can afford to do this on just a single item. Can't think of anything else that we would want to swap out. Yeah, everything's pretty good. I guess we could go for the plus 15 hit point regen ring over Wizardry, maybe? Nah, let's not stress out about it too much. I think that we're fine. 29 intelligence. Nice. Is it maximally enchanted? I think 2 is maximally enchanted for helmets. Maybe it's 3? Yeah, it's 2. Okay. So we can drop off our +2 hat because it's strictly worse than what we're using. There is never a reason why we would want to switch back to it. So then let us curse our armor. Cool. Once again, everything cursed. Sweet. Okay, and then spells. We do have a manual of evocations, which would be an incentive to put a few points into it, since the aptitude would go from, what, -1 to +3. But it's still experience that we're not putting into our directly relevant things. Our defensive stat of fighting, which is what it is at this point, really. We're not using it for any increased damage particularly. Yeah. My completely desiccated brain is full of powerful magic. Alright, so what spells do we have available to us? What is going to help us specifically with Volt 5? Let's ask that. Secondarily, what is going to... Because I really feel like I gotta start training with Ashen Zari, or else I'm just not going to be getting Piety fast enough to make use of it. Maybe the Abyss is useful for regaining Ashen Zari Piety, but I feel like that's probably a scummy technique that they would have gotten rid of. Scummy being a reference to scumming, which is a reference to like grinding or whatever. It's repetitively sort of farming up, repeatedly killing everything in a level to try and get incremental advantage over time, like more hit points or whatever. And it's really boring. And they've done a pretty decent job of removing most opportunities for that in this game. Going through Pandemonium is kind of the closest thing that exists, and Pandemonium is hard enough that I don't really count that. What is Inner Flame again? Ooh. It isn't smite targeted. I think I recall that being what turned me off on this spell. The reason why I want to memorize a fire spell is so that I can start training fire. Bolt of Magma is not my favorite. It's okay. It's fine if you are a really highly stacked Conjurations Fire Mage with no access to a spell that does physical damage. Like a Pure Fire Mage. I don't know. It's just 3 spell schools is prohibitively difficult to train up for the effect that it has, which is not great. It's very short range. It can do a lot of damage, but meh. Yeah, the thing with the Abyss, though, is I think you have an experience point penalty there. I don't know for sure. I might be making that up, but I think there's an experience point penalty. So the infinite experience doesn't come as rapidly, and also, most races have a hunger clock. All deities have a piety clock. So even though you could, in theory, scum forever, unless you have abandoned a deity recently and you're not losing piety, you are expending some kind of resource to do so. There's almost no food in the Abyss. So eventually you do run out of permafood. There is some food. Occasionally you run into living beings down there, but it's mostly demons. Pandemonium is better. You can kind of do Pandemonium forever, because there are enough like demon spawn and other assorted living creatures there that you can feed yourself with some regularity. Reasonable regularity. Okay, so other fire spells is basically just Firestorm. Okay, not helpful. We could try Inner Flame. So one potential strategy is to like inner flame, blink, blow things up from a distance, rather than um, rather than doing the stair dance thing. Flight isn't useful to us here. Dazzling Spray is not the worst, but its effect is kind of replaced by that of who's its Discord. What other options do we have? If we don't do the fire thing, I just really I haven't done an Ashen Zari transition in a long time, so I don't know how rapidly it happens. Um, hmm. And I don't know when it would be most beneficial for us to switch over to a new spell school anyway. Shields does seem pretty good for this particular area. I mean, with all the range. Well, are there that many ranged weapons flying at us? I don't know that there are. Oh, but we were going to wait on that until we find a good two-handed weapon anyway. So what would it be? Why do we have points in translocations? No good reason. Oh, that's right. We have like one level in it, or 2 levels. All the rest of that is just Ashen Zari Piety boost, or Ashen Zari boost. Huh. Gosh, I almost feel like Necromancy is something we want to retrain. There's so little that we actually use it for. Let's see if there's something necromantic that is good for us. I mean, we haven't found the Necronomicon, so we don't have that. Simulacrum, meh. Death Channel. What is Death Channel? Oh, yeah, you just get spectral allies. Meh. Agony? It's a single target effect. Single target torment. Doesn't seem ideal for this scenario. Latest liquefaction could be nice. This is a spell that we will want to memorize once we abandon our shields plan. Maybe we should do that. But we wouldn't. But then we wouldn't have a fire spell to train into. Okay. So, do we want to just memorize Inner Flame and just train fire naturally? Not worry about that for now, and then shortly switch to it. Oh, the ice shield stacks with a shield. Condensation shield stacks with a shield. That's cool. That's really nice, actually. Can we get rid of a spell level? What are we not using whatsoever? Oh, Vampiric Draining. That would have been another theoretical option for that fight that we had a while ago against the Vault Warden. Or Vault Guardian, whatever it was. I feel like Recall isn't doing much for us, really. Yeah, I know you can have Ice Shield protect you and wield two-handed weapons. I just don't remember if it provides like a static bonus to your shield skill, or if you don't already have it. I don't know. Not sure. It'd be nice if they stacked. That's certainly an option. We could just get rid of Pain. It is almost completely useless at this point in the game. Ooh, and we can do it by destroying the book? Is there anything in here that we even remotely care about? No, we have all the other spells memorized. We can't memorize Regeneration. Animate Skeleton is just strictly worse than Animate Dead. If you really want to animate skeletons that badly, you can rest until the corpse has rotted away and then reanimate, or then cast Animate Dead. It's totally fine. Yeah. Just rip it up. Arr. Turn up a phone book with our mummy. Cool. That was kind of satisfying. Okay. Mississippi moon, keep on shining on me. Mississippi moon, keep on shining on me. Yeah, it doesn't seem awesome. I think the fact that we're allowed to memorize that does mean that it's one of those things where we're just not affected by it. We can be dealt poison damage, but we can't be poisoned, so the toxic radiance wouldn't do anything. I think that is a cool strategy for mummies otherwise, but I don't think it's worth it here. We would have to put points into poison magic to. Eh. Airstrike's a good spell. Single target smite, or single target smite targeted spell, which is good. What does Guardian Golem do again? Oh, yeah, it protects your other summoned creatures, but not you. Hmm. Yeah, no, this Ice Shield seems pretty sweet. Again, it doesn't give us a way to train fire, but let's tackle Faults 5 and then think about, well, yeah, because we can always forget this when we switch to fire anyway, if we decide to retrain ice. Sure, let's just do it. I could talk myself in circles all day, but let's not. Yes. Spell assigned to A. Oh, that's right, that's where pain was. That's fine. Ice Shield does not work with a regular shield. Spell fizzles. Okay. So I guess we are going to retrain shields. Into what? What were we wanting to train it into? Nothing in particular? Oh, wait, hold on. It's wasting scrolls. I was about to say, if I take off the shield and switch to another weapon. Ooh, that's actually kind of a nice option. An Arbalest of Evasion. So we switch to a heavier crossbow. Ah, welcome back, Somna. We switch to a crossbow of evasion, arbalest of evasion. That's what the old normal crossbows were, or are called now. And just use the ice shield. That's worth looking into. So let's remove curse our buckler here. And cast the shield. Ah, I should have removed the crossbow while I was at it. Well, we have 4 remove curse scrolls, we should be okay. It's not a lot, though we have been using them fairly regularly. Spell fizz. Oh, right, because we haven't taken it off yet. 8. So not quite as good, but very nearly as good. How many turns does it last? Like 30 turns? Yeah, that's not my favorite thing for drunk people to do. Definitely frustrating. Particularly since I no longer drink, so I don't even have the excuse. Like, they don't even have the excuse of, well, you do it to me, because I don't. The drama llama. Yep. I don't have a great deal of drama in my life now, except for the fact that my boss is just crazy. Well, she's not crazy. She's just very hard to work with. But even that isn't really drama. It's just me whining. Okay, so yeah, I like the crossbow of evasion plan, kinda. What staves do we have available to us? Not much. Yeah, the world's got a decent amount of turmoil going on. I feel like it always does, though. It just the only thing that varies is whether the turmoil is happening somewhere that we're familiar with or not. Plus, we hear about it more nowadays. What's over here? The glaive of prune. Working for your best friend. Yeah, that your blacksmithing setup seems pretty sweet. That sounds like you lead a fun life. Like, I don't know if that's for sure or not, but it sounds like a good time. Had I any capability with that whatsoever, or any access to a market, that could be fun. In another life, that sounds pretty sweet. Never have any money. Okay, so there is a downside there. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a ton of money anyway, but I do have enough to sort of keep body and soul together. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Get a crossbow of evasion. Since, like, here's my reasoning. We are using our crossbow for a reasonable source of damage. Switching to a crossbow of evasion will remove that velocity bonus, but the base damage will be increased. Because base damage 18, yeah, it's 50%. It's 150% the base damage anyway. Lower accuracy, but I think that's okay. Yeah, so we're just straight up making up for the velocity brand in switching to the larger crossbow anyway. Brand. Still no scrolls of brand weapon, that's too bad. But we can also switch to, because a triple. Yeah, we only have this +1 triple crossbow. Base damage 22. That's only 4 more than the arbalest. Huh. Doesn't seem crazy insane. Yeah, how much? 18 skill levels to reach minimum delay of 1. That is true. I think that's okay, though. Crossbows naturally is 9.7. Alright, so it's almost a 10. Yeah, I think it's worth it, if only for just this level of the bolts. And it can't hurt to switch it up anyway. So, let's get a scroll of curse weapon. Oh, no, not all of them. 1 scroll of curse weapon. 1 scroll of... Oh, we don't need a scroll of curse armor. 1 scroll of curse weapon. All of our scrolls of enchant weapon no, we still want to save those for a cool triple crossbow. Because it will eventually be worth it to have that. Okay. Okay. And it's on our way back. So, cool. And then we just have to make sure to cast our shield. Gotta cast our shield. It's very important. Yeah, because evasion 18 and shield 8 is much better than evasion 13 and shield 9. And considering that in the instant circumstance, we're stair dancing, and stair dancing is super duper dangerous because you're guaranteed to take hits. 1.4. Are we doing more damage? It feels like we're doing more damage. Our strength and dexterity aren't crazy, so we're not getting that much off of the increased scaling. Because 18 base damage scales better than 12 base damage. So maybe that's an extra bonus. Whee! I like the sort of the little mini animations in this game. I think those are really impressive. I mean, I know it's just alternating between different images, but it's just the simple elegance is nice. Oh, black water, keep on rolling, Mississippi moon, keep on shining on me. Oh. Voice is a little tired, but not too bad. Not bad enough to stop streaming. Okay. We're good. I think we're good. We need to cast our shield. Oh. Things have cleared out a bit down here. I guess it has been a really long time since we came down the stairs. No, I haven't played XCOM. I've heard it's good. Is that the one that's like super duper ridiculously complicated and therefore sounds amazingly fun to me? Yeah, I guess we do want to start training crossbows again. I think that's fine. Oh, right, we forgot to recurse it. That is going to help. Cool. Let's see if we're able to do more damage to these guys. Not really. Oh, okay, yeah, we can do some damage. Alright. Okay. Yeah, no reason to mess with this. I mean, it seems as though we are not being noisy enough to draw too much attention from elsewhere, which is nice. Great Sword of Holy Wrath. That is something we want to try and nip in the bud. Darn. Hey, level 22. Cool. Line up. Line up. Not too worried here. Did I accidentally shoot my own zombie? Sorry, zombie. You're gonna have to work for me for a little while longer still. Yeah, nothing too exciting. Xenonauts. Cool. Let me add that to my list. Very, very cool. I wish I had more time to play games than I do, but you know, gotta make money. Just kind of wanted to see if I could get a free kill there and Fire Giant is acceptable. Though I wish that, let's see, let's do this. Oh, yikes, which is that? Convoker. Okay. Let's Discord again. I feel like this is a much better scenario because we can affect things that are not standing right next to us. Like, I love this setup with these guys right next to the Stone Giant. At least one of these guys is getting wrecked. Tengu Reaver, this shuts down its spell casting ability. That's really nice. This guy is still a Haas, but we can use some Ice Spell on it. Good. Yeah, I know it's not a roguelike. It's real-time strategy? Turn-based strategy? Hey, dragon. Eat some cold. Yeah, Discord again seems good. This could be good, too. What hit me? Oh, that's right. Titans can cast Airstrike. Gotta be really careful if you are a Gargoyle or a Tengu and you hit level 14 and you're flying around all the time. If you see a Titan, the first thing you need to do is land. See right there, it did like 31 damage to us. It'll do, I think, double. It can do tons of damage to you if you're flying. 12 little dudes on a tile map and you fight aliens. That sounds like a blast. Ooh, we didn't cast our shield. That was remiss on my part. That is the downside of switching to this setup. Let's Discord again. And now that we're out of mana, we'll just pop upstairs. How strong are we compared to a tent of monstrosity? Ooh. do want to not be constricted. Okay, cool. Crossbows at level 10. Ooh, that's right. That is the other nice thing about switching to the two-handed crossbow, is that the skill boost that we get from Ashen Zari is greater because it's a two-handed weapon. Um, or rather, we get, I think, effectively the same boost, maybe fewer total levels, because we're not using shields. The boost is not being split between crossbows and shields. So maybe we have a net fewer skills boosted by Ashen Zari, which is maybe a little bit inefficient, but considering that even with the boost, shields was only at 9 and it's at 8 without it, seems good. By the way, the reason why I talk about a lot of these things, like the micromanagey details, is I mean, mostly it's because I think it's fun. Like I enjoy that part of the game, but it's also like even if you don't remember most of it, even if you don't memorize any of it, I feel like just hearing it seeps into your memory and makes you more cautious in certain circumstances than you might be otherwise, and helps out with your crawling. I don't know if that's true or not, but I like to think it is. Justifies my rambling. Wand of Disintegration is good against these guys, I think. Ooh, the metal splinters are troublesome, though. Gargoyles are really dangerous. Oh, it's a war gargoyle. Those are even more dangerous than regular gargoyles. Immune to poison and negative energy, resistant to electricity, fire, and cold. Sounds like he's not resistant to orbs of destruction. Okay, good. I'm glad you do find it helpful. That's nice. It's good to hear. It's validating. Well, thanks. What do we want to do here? See, this is the most deceptive part of Volts 5. The immediate crush of dudes is super duper scary, and it's very dangerous. The most dangerous part of the Volts is right now, because very, very often you'll think, oh, I killed 24 Vault Guards. Surely the rest of this level isn't that bad, and you'll like wander into one of these quadrants and get swarmed by a bunch of Ancient Liches and just get destroyed. and and that feels really, really bad. Like, you feel so good coming off of the Vault Guard victory, and then it's like, oh, well, shouldn't have tried to fight an Ancient Lich and a Gold Dragon at the same time. That's poor decision making. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so right now is a really dangerous part because you don't know what's out there. You know that there's a bunch of nasty stuff, and you have to kind of pull it back. You don't have a lot of good line of sight breaks. I mean, these are kind of the best that you get. So short of running into an area with a bunch of walls like this and hoping to use those line of sight breaks, you have things that can hit you from afar, that will hit you from afar. I mean, I'm not too concerned in this exact situation that we're in right now, but in general, it is nice to pay attention to that sort of thing. Okay, you need to eat another orb. Discord wasn't awesome there because they were really spread apart. Maybe it would have been okay, I don't know. I feel like it's better when things are already close together. Ooh, yeah, Kozlal. That'll do it. Okay, here, I think Discord is appropriate. Ooh, got the Ettins and the dragon over there. That's really nice. That's a pretty good Discord, I think. Here, I want to do this. I want to try and damage the tentacled monstrosity a little bit. Maybe... Okay, now we need to pull it upstairs, or at least attempt to. Oh, good. Huh. Took care of that problem for us. Alright, so here we need to Chukima's Dance this. Struggles to resist shots in stereo. Ooh, let's go upstairs. Yeah, we'll take a lot of damage, but I knew we could survive one turn there. I wasn't sure if we could survive two against an Ettin and a Stone Giant, both with Might and Haste. And the Ettin with 2 Dire Flails seems like, ugh. Yeah, the Abyss can be cruel. Okay. Let's do Discord again. I just really like that setup of having the giants all attack. Let's do a different staircase. Just be a few steps away from... Yeah, your first trip into Vault 5, your first trip into the Abyss, those are always the hardest. They get easier from there. Oh, wait, hold on. Of course we need to animate dead. Awesome. It's like, I feel like something's missing here. Oh yeah, minions. We don't have any minions. We need those. Okay, we can get 3 here. That seems like a pretty efficient use of that spell. I really want to take care of the Annihilator, because the Annihilator is unlikely to... Ooh. What is hitting us that is doing so much damage? Probably a lot of things. If we have to ask that question, we need to reduce the number of things hitting us. And that seemed correct. That's a lot of damage that we took. Oh, it blinked. That's not nice. Ow. Yikes. Quicksilver Dragon, much stronger than I thought it would be. Let's blink. Extremely resistant hostile enchantments. Okay. I don't think it'll shoot through the red back, so let's... Oh, no, it'll just run forward rapidly. Ooh, dangerous. Got a little Cavalier down there. Can it see invisible? Yes. Oh, we don't have our shield up anymore. Yikes. I'm really sad that we don't have a Wand of Healing. This would be the perfect place to have Wands of Healing. I really don't want to die here. I don't know that we can survive long enough for a teleport. I think maybe that's best. Yeah. The Bolt of Dispelling Energy can cancel the teleport is probably going to be the end of us. Whew, okay. There we go. Woo, that was too close. That's a couple of really close encounters right there. Off the back of forgetting to recast the shields as part of it. Jeez, just die. Just die already. Well, that's two fights in the same stream here where we've nearly been laid low by Hubris. Alright. We'll get there. It's okay. Alrighty. So what do we have now? We actually still have some zombies left, which is really impressive to me. Kind of cool. Ooh, an Iron Dragon. Those are tough. Metal Splinters, which the Iron Dragon has, the War Gargoyles have. It's a very, very powerful spell. Does a lot of it. Wow, my hair is insane. I just now noticed that. Sorry, folks. Random blink will always bring you near any corner. Really? I thought it was just a random tile in sight. It's kind of cool, if that's the case. Hmm. Kind of cool flavor text. Not watching for the hair too. Okay, well that's good to know. Oh, only in that spot. Oh yeah, yeah. No, you're totally right. Yeah, I think it was correct to blink there. Yeah. I think we should really just stare dance here. I mean, we can go more complicated than that, but like, yeah, we might lose a little bit more Ashen's piety this way, and that's kind of annoying, but that's way, way better than dying, which is certainly an option. Can we maybe blow up the Iron Dragon? Swamp Drake I don't care about. Maybe shoot another one towards the Etten. And then we'll pull this guy upstairs. I do feel a bit more experience. So something died down there, which is nice. It only notifies you if something dies outside of your range of vision. Cursed -3 Ring of Dexterity. Yeah, the Bolts is another one of those places where they can just pick up the cool items that are lying around. And I don't know. I feel like that's too easy sounding. Exploring the Abyss for Ashen's Piety. I don't know if you can. That might just be one of those arbitrary, we don't want you to have a free source of max Ashen's Piety, so we're going to make this not work kind of things. That definitely feels like it might be the case. Or actually, and this is, I think, more accurate. I think that the Abyss, you will get piety for exploring. However, you can only explore each tile once to get Ashen's piety, and the Abyss, while it does recover the tiles, it covers them back up. Discovering them again would not grant you any more piety. It's like there's a command to undo all the exploration you've done on a map so that you can re-explore it for whatever reason, and that would not grant you additional piety with Ashen's. So, Oh well, yeah. I mean, the abyss, yeah, can be pretty tricky. But by the time you are able to grab the orb, you can pretty much just hang out in the abyss whenever you want. You can use the abyss as an escape mechanism if you need to. Um, and in fact, in Pandemonium, the majority of the levels do not have an exit back into the dungeon. They only have an exit through the abyss. Yeah, the abyss is fun once you are strong enough to survive it. If a large abomination can kill you in a hit, you are not going to have a good time in the abyss. Okay, what do we have here? What do we have here? Some really powerful enemies and a Bolt Warden. Let's immediately go back upstairs. That is non-optional. Getting sealed down there with those things sounds just the worst. Tukima's Dance, doing work there. Really like that spell now. Oh, neither of those steps would have pulled them into a line. That's okay. All right. Hey, everybody has a first trip into the abyss. Everybody has deaths everywhere. I still die very frequently in this game. When I'm streaming, I talk through things a lot more, and so I make fewer mistakes because I'm actually thinking through most of the steps. So I definitely do make many mistakes. Ow! Oh, it hits so hard. Okay. Still, I think the best case scenario. Again, I forgot to cast the shield before going down. Maybe I should have stuck with the hand crossbow, if only for the annoyance factor. Because 0 shields is way worse than 9 shields. Okay, now we can pull this guy back upstairs, deal with him here, rather than letting him stick us down there. Alright. Alright, Sungnif. I understand that addiction. I just managed to quit last August after about a decade, and it's rough. It's not fun. But thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out with us. It's good talking to you. It's always a pleasure. What are we gonna do? We don't really care about shadow dragons because we're immune to negative energy. Whee! I mean, it's still a dragon. Like it still hurts, but it's not. Its breath weapon is inconsequential to us. Give us a couple of allies there. Oh, shadow dragons can trample you off stairs, though. They can just. Brrr. This character started as a mummy necromancer. I guess he's still a mummy. Yeah, started as a necromancer, just didn't find many necromantic things for a really long time. So, like, animate dead is kind of the extent of our necromancy. I may at some point even retrain, if I don't find anything interesting, I may retrain necromancy into something else. Um, if I don't find the Necronomicon. Actually, if I don't find the Necronomicon here in the vaults, I may just. I'm going to do something I don't normally do on stream. I'm going to look something up on the wiki. I don't do it on stream, not because I think looking things up on the wiki is bad. I think you absolutely should. Um, like it can be a little spoilery if you do it before you encounter things, but like I've found the Necronomicon before. I remember what it does. I just don't remember the exact set of spells. I know it's got Necromutation, Death's Door, Bjorgnor's Revivification, and something else. I can't remember what the other is. It has at least 4 spells. It might have 5. But I'm trying to think if it's even worth keeping points in necromancy, and if we oughtn't train that over into fire. I like the note on the wiki. It's like they're aware of the recent slowdowns. Please excuse us, or at least blame Che. Che Burritos. Ooh, Haunt. That's right. Yes, that is the spell that makes me want to keep. Though I know that they've changed it lately, so it's not quite as abusable. Okay, yeah, it is those 4 spells. It's not quite as abusable by mummies. Used to be any undead could just spam it, and it would have no effect on you. It used to have the same backlash as pain, but I think now it does something. Let me see. Oh, it makes you sick instead of pain. Oh, okay, so we can spam it. That's cool. Spell power dictates the number of monsters created, and it's a random horde. Okay, alright. So Haunt is worthwhile. It's a smite targeted summon spell, which is cool. I think between it and the others, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't feel any strong need to start retraining it immediately. We'll put it that way. Mostly, I have all this talk going. We don't have to retrain anything. We can keep going exactly as we are, and we'll be fine. I just keep talking about it because I want to cast Firestorm. I just love it so much. So good. I was trying to get a better angle on this, but it's not really happening. Here we go. Tengu Reavers are surprisingly tough. My first time into the depths after they were created in 0.13 or 0.14, somewhere around there. It used to be there were just like 27 levels of the dungeon, just went straight on down. But at a few patches ago, they changed it so that the dungeon has 15 levels, and then you get to the depths, which have a very clear entrance and a very clear jump in the power level of monsters, which I think was a very, very good change. I really like it. But my first trip to the depths, I died to Soyoba, the unique Tengu Reaver. Casts a bunch of air spells and conjurations, just real brutal. Tengu are kind of a cool race to play. They're real hard to get out of the early game. I've never managed to get one past the layer. Or even to the layer, I think. Granted, I haven't tried out all that many, but a Buckler of Resistance. That's intriguing to me. Intriguing enough that I want to go pick it up and see what it does. Gives you a pip of cold resistance and a pip of fire resistance. That seems really good. I kind of want to switch to that. Abandon this Arbalest plan. It burns some more scrolls, but... Because, 18 evasion, 8 shields from a spell is better than 13 evasion, 9 shields. And the diminished damage. But 2 pips of resistance is really, really good. It's extremely good. I don't know. That's something we can think about. Resistance has become a lot more important. Well, they become more important as the game goes on. in relation to other things, it's hard to say how that scales, because physical damage is always going to be a thing. Ooh, looks like we have a shop or two on this in these vaults. That's nice. We have a lot of gold. Haven't had too many things to spend it on. I think a couple of... Oh, we blew up our stone giant zombie. That's a shame. Iron dragons are just really, really tough and have the metal splinters, which are very dangerous, very deadly. Looks like our guys are taking care of it, though. Something holds its ground. Those messages are kind of fun. Yeah, like I haven't been casting Ice Shield. It just seems like a pain. Do I have the resources to go ahead and do that? Do I have Curse Armor? I don't have Curse Weapon. I don't have either. I'll do it after the vault's here. I think I can remember to cast spells long enough to... Ooh, a Lich. Let's back up. Liches are not as bad as Ancient Liches. They're still super scary. Okay, yeah, this quadrant is not clear enough to venture further. Oh, didn't even see that guy. Yikes. Just wasn't paying attention. Let's blow him up real quick and head back upstairs and take stock of things. Oh yeah, I think that's just the resolution that makes it not have the spell ability tab. I don't use a mouse anyway, so it's not super. I like having the inventory there because it helps me keep track of, you know, how, if nothing else, how much space I have left in my inventory. Yeah, let's go ahead and our remove curse scrolls are such a limited resource. Let's finish off the vaults with this current setup. It's a little more dangerous, and it gives me more room for error, but it keeps me from getting really annoyed later on when I absolutely want to switch to a piece of equipment and cannot. Because this is our last scroll of remove curse. Also, I've been forgetting to use Discord, so that'll help. This quadrant is also not clear, but it's just a bunch of ogres, which don't particularly frighten me. Not even when they're hasted. Perfect. Discord seems fine there. I thought about switching out Ashnzari, definitely. Ashnzari gets way worse once you get up to level 27 in your skills naturally. Or even once you get up to the point where the boost will reach level 27, but I don't think it'll boost beyond it. So from in that range, like from skill level 23 upward, you are steadily receiving less of a benefit from Ashnzari. Ooh, although one thing we can do, if I haven't been doing, is scrying. That's real good in the vaults. Kind of lets us scout out what's going on. Shapeshifter over here. Scrying just doesn't last very long. I guess it's kind of a... multiple Zot traps. So that looks like a cool... Yeah, an artifact longblade. Not that we care. A lot of things down here are not going to be useful for us. Don't really want to spam wielding a curved jeweled rod. A fine bronze amulet, that's more exciting to me. An amulet of faith, and resist cold and slaying -3 on curse. So it's a really, really, really bad amulet, is what we're saying. But yes, I have thought about switching out Ashanzari, and I am not sure what I would switch to be honest. Because Zin and the Shining One are normally very good gods to switch to in the endgame, extended endgame, because they're very effective against demons, and you fight a lot of demons. But we can't worship either of those because we're a mummy, and they won't accept us because they're racist. Or vitalist? I don't know. They're prejudiced against the undead. I guess we are unnatural abominations stalking the earth purely for the, I don't know, joy of evil or something. But other options would include Fedasmadash is actually a strangely good god. Really hard to use, but kind of fun. Very good for hunters. I don't think it's good for us. But endgame options, like Vehement is okay with the spell range increase. That does some interesting things. Sif Muna is excellent because of the mana channeling ability. You can just channel like crazy because you don't have a hunger clock, so you can just get all the mana in the world. And it would help us gain access to the remainder of spells in the game. Not that we really need anything more than what we have access to now in order to win. Other options. Nemelex is an option, provides a bunch of utility in addition to our spells. I don't know. Yeah, we do have some options that we could switch to. One that I always consider is Chebritos, just because Chebritos is awesome. But I don't really want to turn this into a Che run. It seems like it's a little bit... is there a monster there? Yeah. Probably shouldn't be fighting this fight here. Kind of want to back up and let everything deal with it. Yeah, if I recall... that maybe not. It's not that same bolt. I'm not sure. Decent amount of damage from that bolt. Let's blow him up and retreat upstairs. Yay, a staff of poison. Poison is a good way to get through an early to mid game. Dithmenos is an option. What is +4 Ring of Dexterity? We're not really too excited by that. Let's get your weapons away from you here. Still hurts, but not as bad. Okay. Okay. All right. We're in an okay position here to kind of just rampage on some guys. We have decent ways to block line of sight. There is always the chance that things will come from over here, but I think we've made enough noise that they would have if they were going to. And we have ways to escape regardless. An anti-magic dire flail. We don't want that to hit us. Just, yeah. Just launch them all. Deep Elf Annihilator. Aw. I hit my orc zombie with my orb. Cool. Alright. I don't believe that I will ever want to put on that ring of dexterity, but, you know, might as well pick it up. A book of fire. Oh, that's actually maybe useful. I do like delayed fireball. I'm not sure if we want to devote the spell levels to it, though. I don't know. We'll see. Nice that we have access to those now. And another manual of stealth? Yeah, we have 2 manuals of stealth. We can be really, really stealthy if we want. Why would it curve? I didn't mean to blink there. I meant to do another orb. Though now I have several things chasing after me that I wish to kill. And I think the way to deal with them is to have them discord. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. Such a good spell. I've been really happy with discord. Because I thought, you know, oh, well, we won't be able to use this on spellcasters, so it'll be useless. But it's much better on monsters with really big bad weapons that can bash the spellcasters. Yeah, it's just a good setup. I like it. The Frost Giants. I have no way of interacting with this guy, really, with my zombies standing in the way. It seems... Okay, feel a bit more experienced. They took care of it for me. Zombies have been a constantly good presence in this game. I think it's been a really nice... Animate Dead has been a very, very good spell to have. It has paid for itself countless times over. But yes, Dithmenos, the Shadow God, definitely an option. Can do cool things with line of sight. The Shadow Step ability is not super useful to us. We don't necessarily want to be getting closer to things. But the nice thing about the Shadow God's sort of line of sight reduction is that your spells also... Spells that would not otherwise be able to reach the maximum range of your line of sight will be able to. Oh, Takima's Dance. Just so good. Feels so right, taking away their weapons. A dwarf? The only remaining instance of the old mountain dwarves. Oh, I see. It's because it's a shapeshifter. So it can still be a dwarf. So that's almost certainly a shapeshifter, yeah. The Ice Dragon changes into a yellow draconian. I guess it's a shapeshifter as well. A cool short bow, Gagarid. Oh, actually, now that you say it, I don't know that Dithmenos does reduce line of sight. I know that Nightstalker Mutation does, and the Lantern of Shadows does as well, though not in the same manner. It doesn't do it subtly. Jeez. Just kill it for me, okay, zombies? go. That's a cool little short bow. Not that I need it or want it. Are short bows... I don't remember if you can... I think surely it's a two-handed weapon. Yeah. It's like, are short bows a one-handed weapon? No. No, they're not. Hand crossbows, slings, blowguns. Okay. Let's check this area out again. Lich. Oh no, it didn't blow up the Lich like I was hoping. Let's get around a corner here. Good. They lost track of this. Yeah, liches are, and ancient liches in particular, are just so scary because of the things that they summon, and because they're smart. Their pathing is much better than other monsters. I think. Maybe not. They might be just as stupid, but just have a really dangerous set of spells. I'm not sure. I don't know much about the AI in this game aside from the fact that the pathing is predictable. The way that they travel the shortest distance between two places can be taken advantage of. Oh wow, it's 8 o'clock. Jeez. Been streaming for a long time. Awesome. I may take a break in a little bit to eat. Actually, I may just here's what I'll finish clearing out Vaults 5, and then I think I'll stop for the day. Because I've been putting it off so that I can space it out throughout the week, but I have a lot of League of Legends Championship Series matches to watch. I've seen the first day of the spring split, the European split. I've not seen any of North America yet, and I haven't seen the second day of Europe. But I think it's going to be a good season. Interesting. An animated weapon that isn't my friend. Let's recuperate here. Blat. I love blowing things up. It's really satisfying. Okay. Scimitar of Electrocution. Very resistant to fire and cold. Electricity and negative energy. Alright, I guess just fire crossbow bolts at it. Cool. Probably auto-exploring isn't the worst here, since I don't want to accidentally take too many steps. Just, blow this guy up. And cast Discord. Something is attacking from over here. An Orcish Knight. What is it wearing? Just a buckler, okay. Cool. Oh man, Discord, just so good. Remember the last Quicksilver Dragon was real rough. But I feel like we have a better handle on it. Ooh, yikes. A Convoker and a Warden. Let's launch one more, maybe two more this way. Try and get the Quicksilver Dragon down. and then just get out of here. Because he'll get that word of recall going, presumably completed. Oh, another word of recall. Do I want to teleport? Doesn't seem like a terrible idea. Let's just keep walking for a little while. Let's just get back to the staircase. I think we can do that just fine. We'll save our resources for a future encounter. Guess we do have to kill this guy if we want to escape. Yikes. Greatsword did a lot of damage. Let's try Tukima's dance. No. Darn. It's very frustrating. Bolt of Flame, maybe? There we go. You, I don't care about. You can shoot bolts at me all you want. Okay. Oh, Vampiric Draining is a spell that we have. It's probably almost at max spell power, yeah. Okay. That's... I think I even mentioned that earlier in this stream. That's a spell that I need to use. Or that I have available to me and that I can use. And therefore I should. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean that I should, but it means that if I don't, I'm misusing my resources. If it's worth having memorized, it's worth using, is the rule. I mean, obviously, if you don't ever plan on using a spell, why memorize it? I guess you still have something memorized from before, and, you know, don't mind forgetting it. Yeah, the extra intelligence and our spellcasting going up is pretty nice. Oh, we're just getting experience so slowly. Oh, it's killer. Okay, alright. Sorry, I got a little quiet there. Not really sure why. I guess I have been streaming longer than I normally do. Oh, but only by about an hour, I think. Gives me a newfound respect for people that stream just like 24-hour streams. Although I suppose they're not talking the whole time. A lot of those people just play games, which is totally legitimate, and I enjoy watching. But that is not how I operate. I guess maybe if I were playing something where I had to continuously be doing things, like if I were playing League of Legends or something. Yeah, I do want to fire through my zombie this time. So I really want to kill this Tengu. Okay, alright. Crossbows is going up. Yeah. I don't mind terribly continuing to train it. Oh, what is this weird... Looks like we've got some kind of weird amulet in our inventory. The Cursed Necklace of Bloodlust. Plus Random Rage. Lets you go into rage whenever you want. Magic resistance, strength, negative intelligence, sign 3. Okay. That seems fun. Sort of a build your own berserker. Not that that's what we want to do. Don't really like amulet. Actually, we will hang on to that. That could be useful in the future. Amulet of Bloodlust I do not foresee being our wheelhouse. Alright, we're getting pretty close to having cleared the vaults here. We're getting there. A distillery, not the shop we were looking for. But what can you do? The -3 chainmail payoffs, which is resist fire, resist cold, and intelligence. Ooh. That's kind of cool, but I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, our ring mail that we're using right now is fine. Probably more armor class. Yeah, Mummy walks into a bar and orders nothing. Just stares at the bartender until he cries. War axe and electrocution. Well, let's get rid of you. And a food boutique, of course. Of course. What is causing a cloud of cold here? Oh, a Tengu Reaver. Okay. Thanks for taking care of that for me. Yeah. Food shop. Ah, another food shop. Oh, jeez. Hey, Sungna. Welcome back. Yeah, we're still alive. A couple of close calls. A couple of closer than they should have been calls. But, yeah, we're still kicking. Getting pretty close to being done with the vaults. I will not play too much longer after that. I really need food, and at some point, my girlfriend may get off work, and I would love to spend the evening with her, because I don't get to see her all that frequently. Our work schedules are almost exactly opposite, which is a shame. For now. Oh, no. We'll raise some more zombies. Oh, wow. Oh, wait. How do I do these things? Yeah, it's just resistant to everything. But resistant to everything does not include orbs of destruction. Cool. Normally I would try and kill that without blowing it up so that we could skin it and get its hide, but we're not going to be going the gold dragon armor route on this character. It would be impossible to cast spells. You can do some spell casting in plate if you get some wizardry going on. Gold dragon armor, for what we want to be doing, which is casting Firestorm at some point. Okay, that's funny. Talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. That funky town stuck in my head all afternoon. That and what is it? Old Blackwater by Doobie Brothers. Let's break out of the constriction at least. And alright, fighting at level 15, that's kind of cool. Up to 175 hit points. Ooh, and we're about to level up, so we'll go up to 180 some odd. Maybe roughly 180, I don't know. Somewhere around there. Oh, yikes. That was not the button I wanted to use. Did not mean to use the blink key. Yeah, I'll just back off there. What happened there? Boom. Exploded. Cursed Amulet of Rage. Oh, I don't think we can enrage, now that I think about it. I believe that is not an option for mummies. Ooh, a scroll of acquirement. I like scrolls of acquirement. Don't care so much if they're poisoning things. Man, tough Reaver. It's kind of a cool trident. Vampirism. Resist fire plus plus. Vampirism is really good if you find a source of it early on. Okay, let's finish looting the lair before we read this scroll. I think boots of jumping. Our boots are better. Jumping is cool. Gives you a leap attack. There we go. There's the rune. 3 runes. That's 4, but 3 runes. Yeah, 3 runes. We are doing well with Tiberius Buck here. We could win the game at this point, should we choose to do so. We can go get the orb and win. I want to make this a 15 rune run though, so we're gonna play the long game. I want to show you guys a ziggurat. Ziggurats are cool. They are maybe my favorite part of this game. They're just so exciting. It feels like gambling. Just, you know, can I take on the next floor? Can I survive for one more floor? Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, why am I being stupid? I'm playing this poorly. Alright, this is at least somewhat better. Let's get ourselves a shield. Switch to better bolts. Let's use bolts of penetration in this instance. Alright, and now we can switch to steel bolts. Ooh, our spell power went up, so we are at shields 9 now. That's nice. Okay, alright. Go back to normal bolts. Ooh. Tomahawks of dispersal. Stuff like that is a cool reason to have throwing, I suppose. There's just no guarantee that you're going to get it. Thanks, Stanley Doodrich. Appreciate it. The +8 longsword of the Peculiar Seas. Holy, resist fire, resist negative energy, intelligence +3. Well, that's a very good sword, but it is not an option for us. There are usually a decent number of holy weapons in the vaults. I don't know if it's disproportional to the normal distribution of it. A catalog of good luck and beguiling. What is in here? Spells that for the most part we already have access to. What is infusion? Oh. Just boost your attack. Not really interesting to us. Okay, let's see what other loot. Oh, done exploring. That seems sad. Okay, well, not a lot of treasure, this vault's. Not much for us. But that's okay. I mean, we have kind of specific gear requirements, so not a wide variety of things are going to be useful to us in the first place. But, you know, still awesome that we got the rune. We survived, we got the rune, got a big chunk of experience. We are done with the vaults. What I will do is search for artifact and make sure we're not missing anything. That short bow, that chainmail. We haven't found all that many artifacts this game. I mean, I know this seems like kind of a lot, but a lot of these are in shops, and a lot of these are really bad. We haven't found many useful artifacts this game, let's say that. Cool. Okay, well, I think that is about all for today. I think I think 4 hours. 4 hours is about my limit for one sitting without eating food. I think I realized that. Um, so I think I'm gonna end it here. I will go ahead and sign off on this screen so that when we get back, if someone was not watching this particular stream, they might be like, oh, whoa, what's this blood doing everywhere? Where are you? What's going on? But this is really cool. We have completed the vaults. We have the crypts in the tomb to get, or rather, at the end of the tomb is another rune, and the tomb is different now. It used to be completely static. It was a pre-made map every single time, all monsters in the same places every single time around. Now there is some randomness to it, so I'm not sure what to expect in there, but we should have a decent time of it because we're immune to torment. We still have the slime pits, but I think the next step is to clear the depths, start clearing out Zot, and see where we get from there. I probably want to clear through the orb. I want to get to the orb before we go after any other runes. That's the safest way to do it, I think. Though we could pop down into the abyss for a while if we wanted. Anyway, that's all for now. Thanks everyone for joining me. It's another fun day, another fun evening. I hope you've had fun. It seems like you have, and that makes me very happy. So um, I will be back maybe on Monday. Probably not though. Tuesday for sure. I will be streaming again on Tuesday, 100%. Uh, but I will not have a chance until then. So I have some family stuff tomorrow that I'm looking forward to, but I can't do that at the same time. And Monday I have to work extra late. If things go well, it might be a really good case. But anyway, um, yes. Well, Doctor X, thanks for watching. I mean, Sungnif, thanks for watching. Everybody, thanks for watching. But I mean, I do this stream for you guys. It's fun for me, but it's the interaction is really great. So, uh, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. For real. I'm gonna turn off the stream now. Okay.